Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This tutorial I will show you how to create procedural rough metal material step by step. So first things first, I want to add procedural BSDF, then connect it to material output as shown over the shader editor, and switch to rendered mode as shown here. I'm working in Cycles engine, just is gonna be showing this result for you. So I want to add a Musgrave texture as shown here in order to control this material and distribution of little dots is gonna be creating this rough material, and we should control different factors, and we have a lot of elements. So with Musgrave texture I'm gonna be also adding other important nodes like color ramp and bump node in order to make it bumpy. So let's preview it by hitting Shift Control to preview it. It's gonna be showing this kind of texture of for Musgrave. Then Control T to connect it to Moppy node, and let's connect it also to texture coordinate. So the Moppy node, we don't need it in this case, so just to select it, hit X to delete it, then connect the object of the texture coordinate to the vector of the Musgrave node as shown. Node 2 is gonna be changing the distribution as shown here. We play around with the value of detail, set it to 15, and let's also play with other factors like scale, and we have got this result in a rendered view. So dimension set it to 0 is gonna be adding much more detail for our material. So I think this is fine with these values. So this time, so let's move on to show you this material is previewed. So let's add the noise texture node. I'm gonna be selecting this noise texture and Control Shift and Shift Control to preview it. It's gonna be showing this map of noise. And so let's connect the object to vector, and then you can see the effect. Set the scale to 4. So also let's set the detail to 15. And I think this is good for the noise map as shown here in our onto our material. So let's set the roughness to 0.7, and it's gonna be adding much more roughness to our material. So let's move on to add the next node, which is color ramp, and to control the noise texture and the noise map as shown here. So plug the factor to the factor, then color to the base color of the principal BSDF node. So I'm gonna be moving that stop over there of that color. So let's preview the Musgrave texture to see this distribution and this map of. Also, you can select color ramp to preview it. It's connected to the noise texture. It's gonna be. Let's play around these two colors in order to make this distribution of the color, and in order to add much more detail and this variation in color. Let's add mix RGB node in order to mix colors. This node is just to mix color. For the shaders, you need to add the mix shader in order to mix shaders. So we have got this material and you can preview it in order to see distribution. So let's drop in between the principal BSDF node. Is gonna be adding this material, but this distribution of the black color still keeping this map like this. So just want to set it to darken. The mix RGB should be set to darken in order to make this material much more darker, and with the distribution variation of the colors on different points. So let's search for the next node, which is another color ramp node, plugging it in between the mix RGB and the principal BSDev node, as shown here, and we have this map of distribution. It seems something very different to add different parts on this material and distribution of the material depending on the Musgrave and the color ramp, and color ramp going to show and to distribute different colors in different areas onto our material. So set the hex to 96 times in order to get this gray material and to make it much more brighter. So the next step I'll be showing you is, let's set it to metallic because this material is fully metallic, and I think let's set roughness also. Roughness, this material is rough, no, not much more, so let's set this value for roughness. Let's zoom in, plug in this mix RGB to roughness shown here in order to control it using color ramp, and the other shader nodes connected to texture coordinate. So let's move on, search for the next node, which is another color ramp, in order to control the variation of the roughness using this color ramp node. And as you can see here, we have some areas are much more rough, the others are shiny, affected by the reflection of the light. So let's play around with some values. I think this will be fine. Setting some values over there, so let's make it much more brighter by selecting this stop on the color ramp, make it just tiny bit shiny, and change this to this value, make it much more darker, not very brighter. And you can add some reference images to see the material. I think this will be fine, as shown here in our tutorial. So just we need the bumpiness, how to set bumpiness. Let's add the bump node, connect the color of the mix RGB to the height of the bump node, connecting normal to normal. It's gonna be adding a bumpy surface to our material, as shown here. Just play around with strength of the bump node in order to make it much more bumpy. Set the strength to 0.1. I think this is gonna be fine and good enough for our material. So you can create your own material depending on different references and images. In order, as you can see here, we have some detailing on the surface of this material. I think this will be fine, and thanks for watching.